Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Having dabbled in concrete back when I used to work for a living.
You dabbled in concrete?
I did a bit of concrete. Largely just rendering sewer pipes and things like that, but we'd put a slab down every now and then. So I had great empathy for these poor concreters in Brisbane. There was a news story last night about a kangaroo that pounced all over their work.
Well, many a footpath has been defaced as the concrete sets, but rarely like this. The kangaroo bursting out of the bushes to ruin the freshly completed work of a group of tradies in Brisbane who were definitely not happy. The offender quickly fled the scene of the crime.
See, I reckon if you saw a messy bit of cement, but the story was that a kangaroo had done that, that would become a tourist destination.
That would become a thing.
International tourists would say that's done by a kangaroo. That is so quirky because who else, what other place in the world? Nowhere, obviously. Are you going to get concrete wrecked by a kangaroo?
Sometimes
unless the footballers are overseas.
when I'm walking along the road and I see some fresh concrete, I'm always tempted to
Of course.
write my name in there or put a handprint or something.
Of course
like that.
you are.
I don't do it though because I used to do it for work and I know that the person doing it wouldn't be happy with it. I've never really met a concreter that's gone, go on, mate, have at it. Go and write your name in there.
Well, it's human nature to want to do it. Barry Dubois said that recently.
Well, human nature, they did it outside Rudy Hill RSL.
I saw the marks.
Boys.
Barry said that there was some fresh cement being laid outside his house.
So he wouldn't be happy with it?
No, his kids were writing in it. And a lady said, stop that. And he said to the kids, no, those kids were terrified of her. And he said, no, you keep going. And she said, how would you feel if this was your cement? And he said, it is mine. It's outside my house. Kids, keep going.
Right.
Although it's probably a median strip.
Yeah.
See, this is the debate. Is it yours or is it not? But he was saying, I'd be very happy to look at this for the rest of my days, to see my kid's name in it. Who could resist doing it?
Because it's funny. Every day I walk along a footpath near my house and it's got Queen Rocks 1985. And there's
brilliant.
And there's a guy called, I think it's FW, 1985, and it's got Queen Rocks. And I'm thinking that was just when Queen had released the Works album. And so that was a big deal. Queen were, and they still indeed rock, but what a moment that's encased in that concrete.
And teenagers writing, their initials, AK loves BM, not bowel movement, Barry Manilow. But those relationships that are so fleeting.
Yeah.
When you're a teenager and it's mostly in your dreams, but there it is in concrete. There's something romantic about it. Having said that, I'd be annoyed if it was all over the front of my house.
Well, we were living in Brisbane and they did the curb and guttering outside our place and the kid across the road was a bit of a pain in the neck and she wrote her initials in the gutter and I was like outraged because she was a bit of a pain in the neck. I went, oh man, that's outrageous. If the kid was not a pain in the neck, I don't know how I would have felt, but
It was a personal gripe.
It was a personal gripe. But, it was perfect concrete. So there's a bit from column A and a bit from column B there as far as...
Well, you're not going to get something more Australian than wet cement being trashed by a kangaroo.
Yeah.